Hello everybody, it's currently patch 6.23 and I have an updated build for you guys using Attack Speed Phoenix. I made a pretty similar build recently in patch 6.20, but with the changes to the jungle and masteries, that one is now pretty irrelevant. So for this one we'll be maxing Phoenix, rushing an early Wit's End, Rageblade, or Trinity Force for our damage, and we can hopefully use that to pick up some early kills and get our snowball rolling. For our defense, we'll be using the new Courage of the Colossus mastery, as well as Cinderhulk and late game defensive items. I'll go over the full build order on one screen here, so you can take a screenshot for reference if you want it. We'll start level 1 with the Hunter's Machete. It was recently buffed, and I think it's a must-have on Udyr, regardless of whether you're playing Tiger or Phoenix. The top priority for our first recall is to get Hunter's Potion and basic boots. If we have extra money after that, we can choose a cheap component of our first item. For example, an attack speed dagger, or cloth armor, or a null magic mantle. So how do you know which item you are building first? Well, every game is different, but here are the main scenarios. Option 1, you get some early kills, you just want to snowball and carry the game. In this case, you'd want to build Rageblade or Trinity Force, and then get Cinderhulk. Option 2, you need defense against magic damage. Build the Wit's End first, and then Cinderhulk. The Wit's End works very well with Cinderhulk because Wit's End steals magic resist from the enemy champions, and Cinderhulk does magic damage just like our Phoenix stance. Option 3, you need defense against physical damage. You would start with the Glacial Shroud, finish Cinderhulk, and then upgrade your Glacial Shroud to either Frozen Heart or Iceborne Gauntlet. Boots can also be upgraded for added defense, or if you're just ahead you might just want to go for Swiftness Boots. In the late game, just build defensive items based on whoever is strong in the enemy team. You can either figure this out by looking at the scoreboard, or you could look at your death recap to see where most of the damage came from. Just remember to not go over the maximum cooldown reduction of 40%. Our runes will be all attack speed, quintessences, and reds, so we can make use of the high base damage on flames. We'll have flat armor yellows as always for the jungle. For the blues, we'll have 3 scaling magic resist and 6 scaling cooldown reduction for a total of 10 CDR at level 18. Our Keystone Mastery is Courage of the Colossus, which grants us a shield based on our maximum health when we use our stun, and that has a 30-second cooldown. This mastery replaced Strength of the Ages, which was removed from the game, so that means no more farming Strength of the Ages all game, more time for ganking. We're also taking 12 points in the Ferocity tree, attack speed, and a new mastery, Battle Trance. Gain up to 5% increased damage over 5 seconds when in combat with enemy champions. Starting off this ranked game, getting invaded by the enemy Caitlyn. He dropped a ward at my blue buff, so I'm going to drop another ward over here to make sure I'm not going to get outsmited. I am starting with Tiger Stance for the faster clear, even though we're going to be eventually maxing Phoenix. You can save over 10 seconds if you start with Tiger Stance compared to Phoenix Stance. So we'll get level 2 Turtle Stance, and we can get through the first clear without needing to use our smite, and we can be almost full health at the end, just by alternating Q and W with the new buffed lifesteal on that machete. You can continue alternating spells between camps. You're not going to use the mana anyways if you don't, and like I said, you don't really need to use the smite here. I'm just going to save the smite. Since my top and mid are pushed, I'm going to try to invade. Hop over this wall, as always, to get over to the river as fast as possible. His blue buff is already gone, so I'll take Scuttle, and I'm just going to see what I can find in the jungle. I'll either find the enemy jungler and try to kill him, or I'll just steal his wolves. At the very least, I can figure out if he's not here, I can warn bot lane. And there he is. So I'm going to chase him and stick right on top of him because he's running towards the explosive plant, and I don't want him to be able to jump away. So I prevented that. Get one more Tiger Stance if I can do it without canceling my auto. Now I'll take this Gromp, and I'm going to head towards mid. Ryze isn't here, but I can at least trade a little bit of damage with her and walk away from it. It's going to help out my mid laner a little bit, and I can heal it back up so easily just by using Smite. So it's very easy with the new Smite heals to trade damage and just make it up by going back in the jungle. Now, since we did pick up an early kill, we have a lot of money. So not only are we going to get basic boots and Hunter's Potion, we're going to have enough to finish the Stalker's Blade and an attack speed dagger. Now the enemy jungler just showed himself in top lane, and the Infernal Drake is alive, so I'm going to head down there. That's an important one to take, so I'm going to try to solo it. I would prefer to have blue buff, but blue buff hasn't spawned yet. It has less than a minute, but I'm just going to go for it quick. It is going to cost me a lot of health and all my mana, but I think it was worth it. Now we're going to head down to bot lane to try to get these kills. I'm going to take this free ride with Rise, Snare, Stun, and another Snare. He's not going anywhere. Now I'm going to heal up from this stuff, and I'm just going to take all of it because I'm going to give Rise this blue buff because he's earned my trust. He's a pretty good player so far that I can tell. I just recalled real quick there after that because I was out of mana, and I bought just one more attack speed dagger. Now just looking for stuff to kill in the enemy jungle. Take these wolves. Enemy jungler is at bottom, so I'm going to head towards mid and try to catch this Orianna out. Just 1 versus 1, but I'm pretty confident that I'm going to be able to kill her before she can get to safety. So I'll start with Tiger Stance for the attack speed boost, and then switch over to Phoenix. If I have to, I can stun. It'll also give me the shield from the Courage of the Colossus, and I ended up wasting Ghost there, but she wasted Ghost at the same time, so I guess it's alright. I'm not complaining, I have a pretty good start here. Once you do get a few levels in Phoenix Stance, it's pretty easy to clear Raptors and Krugs, and it's worth it after you do get a few levels in Phoenix Stance because you get a lot of experience from those. Now this gank just didn't work out because, first of all, I didn't know Nautilus was there. I was just going to try for a no mana gank, but then when Nautilus showed up, I just had to run. Without mana, I can't really fight him. So looking at the scoreboard now, since the enemy team has a lot of crowd control and magic damage, I'm going to pick up the Merc Treads, and I'm planning to build Wit's End first. So I'm going to pick up a recurve bow and another attack speed dagger. I'm going to head down towards bot. Dragon is spawning in less than a minute, so if I can run down here, it looks like these guys just killed them both, so I can help them push down this tower and then maybe we can get this dragon. So that's the plan. Ping the dragon, just so everybody knows. And my bot lane didn't want to come with me, but the great thing about Udyr is I can do it all myself. First I'm going to clear mid because Rise is going back to base, but then Nautilus was here, and I don't take kindly to him being here. So I'm gonna kick his ass. And I'm going to just chase him down, make him a little bit scared, make sure he doesn't try to come back and contest this dragon. Got his flash, now I'm just going to take this Raptor too. And I was just going to walk away at that point, but then Nami showed up, and I just decided then to take the small ones. And for some reason I got her exhaust. I mean, sometimes I wonder about these people. It's supposed to be gold rank, but I mean, sometimes I just don't know. We are not going to kill this Nautilus, but he's out of the fight for the time being. Unfortunately, I have to recall as well. Looks like we got another kill though, so now my Wit's End is going to be finished. And I'm going to head back down towards Dragon. I'm going to take out this blue buff. Rise has Catalyst and Tear of the Goddess, so I'm going to take this one because I can really use that help with the mana. And look who we have here, Nautilus trying to steal my stuff. Dude, get out of my river. This is my river. I'm going to take the scuttle. And let's head into the enemy jungle to see if Nautilus is still around. There he is. Let's chase him down. I'm going to use this plant. He should have used that plant to jump over the wall there. Nautilus can do nothing this game except run away. I'm going to surprise attack this Orianna by jumping over this wall. Another stun. Tiger Stance, Phoenix Stance. And I'm just going to try to keep up with this guy instead of attacking him so I can stun him. We get him trapped over here. Bot lane shows up. And I didn't get that kill, so I'm going to really try to smite this one. And there we go. Got it. Now we have to recall here because we're all low. Then the enemy Caitlyn shows up and try to pick up some kills. Now I run in like nothing can stop me. If she didn't get a crit there, I would have had time to stun her, I think. We got Dragon. That's second Infernal Drake for us. Now I'm going to head over to Rift Herald. I don't have the best build for soloing Rift Herald, but if you want to solo it, it's a lot easier if you had either Winsu's Rageblade or Trinity Force. But Wit's End and Phoenix Stance is not the best way to solo it. But now I'm going to head up to top, take out this tower. There's a lot of stuff going on in mid. So let's just get this tower and then let's go group up with our team. We got a stun on Nasus. Let's stun him again. Well, we didn't kill Nasus, but we killed his teammates. Take out this tower. And right there, the Orianna ult came in and wrecked my team. So we ran away here, and their Nasus is super fed, and he's chasing us down. And I tried to save this guy. I tried. He slowed me, and then I just walked away. Like, nope. And I probably should have kept going. I messed up again there by using Tiger Stance instead of just one-shotting the guy with Phoenix. That was a mistake. I forget how little damage my level 1 Q does. But we still got him. Got Cinderhulk done now. And trying to take out this Ocean Drake. My teammates, I guess I just don't want to help. And they got pushed off somehow by the enemy team. But it doesn't matter. I'm just going to check my smite damage. 680. So if I combine that with flames, I can do 900 damage. And Nautilus doesn't have a way to do that much damage. So if I just do it right, he has no way to outsmite me. So I'm just going to walk in, do it, walk out, dodge his hook, and jump back in there. And that is how you steal a dragon. And it's something simple like that you can just repeat. That's the type of thing that you use to carry games. Imagine if you can do that consistently at Baron. Frozen Heart's finished. Now let's head down to bot lane. We can push that. We have some pretty good wave clear, so split pushing is a good option for us. And then everybody's fighting in top lane, but then Nasus had the same idea on the enemy team. He's pushing straight into our base, so I decided to recall, try to defend, because he's going straight for the Nexus towers. So let's just pick up this recurve bow. Gonna be building a Gwinsu's Rageblade. I am getting it kind of late. That's alright, it'll still work. Nasus doing a lot of damage. I think at this point he was 9-1 or something like that. Meanwhile, in top lane, our AD carry kills 3 people. We do kill him. And let's kill his Zizirot too. So let's take this opportunity to take a stroll to Baron. Uncontested. Team fight in mid, but our AD carry, our strong AD carry is dead, so decided to ping back, tell my team to disengage that. We were 4 versus 4, but our dead person was more valuable than their dead person. So let's head back down to bot, keep pushing bot. Zizirot portal, let's go take that out. And then Nasus teleported to it. Right here, I'm not sure if I can beat him in a 1v1 or not, but I decided to go for it, because meanwhile, my team was pushing mid lane, and Nasus just used his teleport. So Nasus just runs away, leaves Nami to die, tries to recall, goes to his base. So we're just going to be able to get bot lane for free. We'll take out these Krugs because we can do it fast, doesn't take much time. Recall, we have a lot of money, we can finish Gwinsu's Rageblade. And now let's start working on a Zizirot portal, if the game lasts that long. We're on the Nexus towers now. Decided to double Nexus tower dive these guys, just to see what I can get away with. And this new Courage of the Colossus Mastery is surprisingly tanky. If you get a stun right next to all the enemy champions, you can get so much health. It is really good for diving. And here I messed up. I could have survived if I just stayed in the Redemption, but I wanted to go for the smite on Nami, and my smite was 1 second too late, and I ended up dying to Nautilus's smite. That was depressing. So I think it's time to stop messing around. We're just going to head towards this Baron, get Baron once more. We have Elder Dragon already. Now let's just sprint to the enemy base and finish this game. So guys, that's going to be the end of this guide. Hope you enjoyed. Leave a like if you did enjoy, and leave a comment if you have any questions. I will read all the comments, and I try to answer all the questions that I'm able to. If you want to see my next guide, which is going to be a lifesteal Tiger build, be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you guys. See you next time.